Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? This is Scott Rabin with MindSpout checking in, and this is our Tuesday evening Facebook Live. And this evening, I had a few things I wanted to share with everybody. And actually, I just pulled up an article that I think will fit in nicely with a couple of topics that I initially wanted to talk about regarding your yearbook photos and Facebook, kind of a new thing that's going around, and just some tech tools that could help you during this global pandemic and even potentially afterwards. But first thing I want to do is I want to give some shout outs, and this is something new I want to start doing on my Facebook lives, because uh, MindSpout wouldn't be possible without the help of a lot of other people behind the scenes who pour into MindSpout, into myself personally, to be successful as a business and a business owner. And I want to give the first shout out to Jessica Koch with Koch Consulting. I had the good fortune of meeting Jessica, probably 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, not that long ago. And we instantly hit it off. And I absolutely can tell you, she is a fountain of knowledge. She is very, very intelligent when it comes to LinkedIn. I actually just took her beginner LinkedIn course, and she has an advanced course coming up soon. And I will certainly share links to that when it's ready to be shared. But she knows a lot about LinkedIn and how to leverage LinkedIn for simply mining for for prospects, and how to leverage your LinkedIn profile. And I would highly recommend her to anybody who wants to use LinkedIn as a tool for finding prospects online. Second shout out is Steve Barber with Supporting Strategies. He is a great friend and a great strategic partner with MindSpout. He provides outsourced bookkeeping and controller level services, and just like MindSpot, he leverages what he always likes to say, his three things: people, processes, and technology. And for business owners out there that are north of $1 million in revenue, certainly would recommend talking to Steve Barber about potentially handling your books. I could not say enough about him as a person as well as a businessman. So couple of quick shout outs for people that definitely invest in me, and would love to see them be rewarded as well. So let's get started. And first thing, as a lot of you have seen, the one of the new kind of things going around is the Facebook yearbook photo. I won't say challenge; it's not really a challenge, but people are posting pictures of yearbook photos from their high school days, and it's really cool to see that and kind of reminisce and get some good laughs. But me being the cybersecurity guy, the first thing that I thought of is there's potential problems with that. And sure enough, I was reading an article just today. It's from USA Today, and I'll actually post the link in the comments. But it was talking about how, when you post a photo of yourself and your graduation year, well, by default, it doesn't take rocket science to take the graduation year and kind of have an idea of about what age you were then, and now figure out what age you are now. And then you have your high school, which could tell you where you grew up. So your street address, or city and state, potentially where you were born. So it's not a big leap. And the Better Business Bureau even has sent out a word of caution when it talks about sharing these harmless senior portraits, because we can find those as a scammer or a hacker, and even an ethical hacker could take these and use that information, do a quick internet search, find out more information about you, and use those for the security questions potentially that would be associated with accounts that you log into, financial, bank accounts, credit card accounts, other accounts. So it's it seems harmless, and yes, it is, and it's fun, but you can take that information very quickly and mine it for even more information that it potentially exposes you to identity theft, or if you're a business owner like myself, then potentially information that could undermine your business. And another one that you'll see along those same lines is where people will post pictures of cars, And especially if you have like a classic car or something that just a car that maybe has sentimental value, and they'll post the car, make, model, and again, that may be information that you use on a security question, make of your first car or year of your first car. So next thing you know, a quick internet search, you find out more about name, address, this, that, and the other, and you also now have some more information, um, you know, along the lines of your car, maybe your favorite athlete. I know if anybody hasn't heard, the big news is Rob Gronkowski is thinking about coming out of retirement to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. So let's say you put down Rob Gronkowski or Tom Brady as your favorite athlete. Well, that's more information that somebody could potentially use to get in to an account. So, you know, and you can see it right here. This is tips from the Better Business Bureau. So this isn't just Scott speaking, but resist the temptation to play along. I know it's fun and yes and all and this, that, and the other, but you're putting out information that maybe would not otherwise be available. That's just easy to glean. Biggest thing is review your security settings, especially on Facebook. Facebook at any given time can update and change the security settings that you may have already changed yourself. So always review your security settings on all your social media platforms, just to make sure you know what's being shared and whom it's being shared with. And then, if you put stuff up there like your picture in your graduation year or your favorite color or your favorite athlete, don't use those for your security questions. Use something else. And if you have those as your security questions, change them. Change them, change them, change them. Don't make yourself an easy prey with the obvious. It's almost like putting up password as your password. And I don't want to hear anybody that says that's still their password. I know you're out there. So what are some, as we continue to kind of move through this global pandemic, and there's word that Georgia is potentially going to loosen up things next week. We just in Maryland just got a shipment of 500,000 testing kits, so we could get a better idea of where we are as a state, and that could potentially help us with starting to reopen the economy. But what are some tech tools that you can use to help you as we continue to move through this crisis and potentially come out of it, or as we come out of it on the other end, but where technology is still an integral part of our everyday lives? Well, I read an article, and again, I'll post the link in here, and it was talking about 7 tech tools to help you during the crisis. And one of the things that we have seen transition very quickly during this COVID-19 situation was telehealth and telemedicine, because you couldn't go to your doctor. So you had to do stuff just like this with your doctor. So there's an app called Health Tap, or a site called Health Tap, and it allows for a COVID consult with a US-based board-certified doctor. And that's for anybody that's experiencing the flu-like symptoms, potentially the COVID symptoms. And you can sign up, connect with a doctor. And yes, it's not your doctor. And again, take this with a grain of salt. Definitely do your own research, but it could be an easy way to get connected to a doctor that can at least give you some advice while you're waiting to talk to your regular primary care physician. The other thing I saw was called Get Set Up, and what I thought was unique about this is it's a free site, but it's designed to teach seniors fundamental tech-based life skills. So things like filling prescriptions online, setting up online banking and bill pay, enrolling in Medicare, things that seniors would do. So this is a group of retired educators and tech industry experts who created interactive courses that are geared to the senior population, and it's just they say it as seniors teaching seniors basic tech stuff. So it's kind of the tech for dummies for seniors. So something to check out. And a couple others real quick. Just Answer. I thought this was kind of nice because recently I've been talking about a book by Marcus Sheridan called They Ask You Answer. Great book when it comes to content marketing. But this Just Answer, it's a website where you can just ask any question. So if you have a burning question about the solar system or COVID-19 or taxes, this is a site. You can do a 7-day trial, and then there is a fee, a monthly fee for that. But it's just a good way if you have a question or if you're doing research on something that you can go to that. And then two, one of them is Open Table, and this I'm sure many people have heard about Open Table. It's a restaurant reservation app, so it's now expanded to show available shopping times at local supermarkets and retailers. So instead of showing up and there's a line 50, 60, 100 people deep, like I've seen at some Trader Joe's and some other places, this you can actually reserve a time and join a wait list. So kind of neat, great way of kind of expanding what they're doing. And then finally, for those of us who may have an issue with wanting to look good on camera, I don't. I have a face for radio, as I've been told. But there's called Snap Camera for desktop, and what it is, it's a free camera filter that it's on your desktop device where it adds an an AR layer of makeup. And I have to chuckle. I think it's hilarious. But it's makeup, special effects, and it makes sure you're ready for the next video. So thought that was really neat. And so the other thing, as I talk about these tech tools, and you've heard me say this again, be smart. I literally 15 minutes before I started doing this Facebook Live, an article came across. Again, I'll put the link in the comments, and it was talking about, and I'm actually looking right now, that Facebook and Instagram have fewer people policing inappropriate content. Here's how to protect your kids. And that's the thing. We're at home, and kids are on computers with learning. They're on phones, and they're doing things that they may not normally be doing. Instead of being in school doing schoolwork, they're at home doing schoolwork, but it's on a computer or they're on their iPad or whatever. So apparently Facebook and Instagram have relaxed their content moderation, which is allowing more stuff to get on there. So I was reading the study said, there was a study that was done by Bark Technologies that almost 90% of children and teens have either expressed or experienced violent subject matter or thought. And this is on top of the Pew Research Center saying that, or a study they did said that 59% of U.S. teens have been bullied online, including name calling and receiving explicit images. So it's not some small thing. It's a big deal, and this is happening. And we're in even more online now. So this company, Bark Technologies, they actually created an app that monitors content. And again, I'm reading this right now, so I apologize. I didn't have a chance to really go through it, but it apparently works on a multitude of social platforms, including Instagram, Snapchat, text messages, and it analyzes the messages and it analyzes the feeds and it searches that content. And then what it does is it uses an algorithm, so kind of your technology behind the scenes, machine learning AI, and it can flag parents with certain feeds that maybe discuss bullying, self-harm, drugs, or alcohol, or sexual content. So I haven't checked the app. Like I said, literally, I just saw this article and I thought it just fit right in with talking about tech tools, but also having to be careful. So I would recommend checking it out. Again, do your due diligence, be smart, but just remember that with every positive, there's people that use it for the negative. So, and online bullying has become a huge thing, especially amongst the teenager population. So you have to do your due diligence and be careful. And I say, especially now with us in an online world, a virtual world, as we're walking through this global pandemic, you have to make sure that you're monitoring and a little bit do more of your due diligence. So check out the Bark app, and I would love to hear feedback for anybody that uses it. I may test it out just to see how it works and give a review later on. But and I'll put the link for that article into the chat box. So again, as I always say, I hope everybody is staying safe. I appreciate everybody for watching. Would appreciate any comments, concerns you have, any questions, please post them in the comments section. We'd love to interact and dialogue with you more about these topics and others. And I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody is healthy. And hopefully we're starting to get on the back end of this, and in the next 2 to 4 weeks, things will start opening up and we can get outside and enjoy what hopefully will be nice weather coming our way. But until then, everybody have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday, same time, for the next Facebook Live. Take care.